Students, we were discussing the methods of measuring national income. As you all know, there are three methods by which we can measure national income: value added method, income method, and expenditure method. So value added method, income method we completed, and we also solved some numerical problems. So today we are going to discuss expenditure method, the third and the last method by which we can calculate national income. So let us first know what is expenditure method. Expenditure method measures final expenditure on GDP at MP during a period of 1 year. Okay, 1 year, whatever we spend, that all if you add or if you count, that becomes expenditure of the country, and that becomes the national income. And final expenditure, whatever expenditure we make on consumption and investment, that all if you add, that becomes expenditure of our country, and that is the national income. So now, formula for solving our national income problems through expenditure method. So the first, see what is the formula. The formula goes like this: PFCE, that means private final consumption expenditure; GFCE, that means government final consumption expenditure; then gross domestic capital formation, that is GDCF, gross domestic capital formation, GDCF; then net export. If you add all these, then you will get GDP MP. Okay. Now let us know what is PFC. PFC means private final consumption expenditure. Whatever you spend as individual, suppose you are buying a TV, you are buying a stool, you are buying a car, they all come under private final consumption expenditure. Now GFCE, whatever government spends for public welfare, for example, construction of school, hospital, flyovers, they all, street lights, whatever they spend for the public welfare, they all come under government final consumption expenditure. GDCF means gross domestic capital formation. Whatever we invest, whatever we buy in order to increase our production, that all come under GDCF. And finally, net export. Net export means what we export and what we import. If we subtract export minus import, what we get, that is net export. So these four rather, PFCE, GFCE, GDCF and net export, they all if are added, then you will get GDP MP, and that you can convert it into national income. Now, if in a practical problem, numerical problem, if these four things are given, PFCE, GFCE, GDCF and net export, so it's very easy to calculate. Just you will add all, then you will get GDPMP. Then from GDPMP you can convert it into NNPFC. But sometimes it is not so easy, or it is not given straight like GDCF. PFCE they give, GFCE they give, but GDCF generally sometimes, in order to confuse you or some twisted questions if they are there, then what they give GDFCF. Instead of GDCF, they give GDFCF, gross domestic fixed capital formation. If that is given, then you have to add change in stock in order to get GDCF. Okay, GDCF is not given, instead GDFCF is given. In that case, change in stock if you add, then you will get GDCF. Ultimately, you have to derive GDCF because that is there in the formula. Next, sometimes GDCF is not given, instead NDCF is given. In the numerical problem, NDCF is given. When NDCF is given, straight away you have to add depreciation. If you add depreciation, then you will get GDCF. Okay. Sometimes, in other case, NDFCF is given. NDF, net domestic fixed capital formation, NDFCF is given. In that case, what you have to do, you have to add change in stock plus depreciation. If you add these two, then you will get GDCF. Okay, if straight away these 4 are given, no problem, you put the values and add, you will get GDPMP. If one of these 3 is given, then you have to add in first case, in case of GDFCF, change in stock you have to add. In case of NDCF, you have to add depreciation. In case of NDFCF is given, you have to add change in stock and depreciation. If you do that, then you will get GDCF, and then you have to add all PFCE, GFCE, GDCF and net export, then you will get GDPMP. Then you already know how to convert GDPMP into national income. GDPMP minus depreciation plus NFIA minus NIT. If you do, then you will get NNP-FC, that is national income. This is the basic formula of calculating national income by expenditure method. Now we will do a few numerical problems so that you can easily understand the formula and as well as its application. So we discussed the formula and definition of expenditure method. Now let us do a couple of numerical problems. So this is the particulars given: PFCE 15,000, GFCE 11,500, GDFCF 1,000, change in stock 200, exports 500, imports 700, NIT 500. So what is the formula? PFCE, GFCE, GDCF and net export. This is the formula. So what is, okay, now say PFCE is the formula: PFCE plus GFCE plus GDCF plus net export. So PFCE is 15,000, right? PFCE is 15,000, GFCE is 11,500 and GDCF, it is not given. Okay, GDCF is not given. So what is given? GDFCF is given. GDFCF is given. Okay, in the formula it was told that when GDFCF is given, then you have to add change in stock. Okay, change in stock you have to add. Then net export, export minus import. Okay, export minus import. So once again, let us do 15,000 plus 11,500 plus GDFC is 1,000, change in stock is 200, export, what is export? Export is 500 and import is 700. So now 26,500 plus 1,200 plus minus 200. Okay, 26,500 rather 27,700 plus minus minus 200 and you will get 27,500. This is your GDP MP. Okay, PFCE 15,000, GFCE 11,500, GDCF is not given, it is given GDFCF. In that case, change in stock. Okay, change in stock you have to add, then export and import, that will give you net export. So if you put all the values as per your particulars, as per your numerical, then you are getting 27,500 and that is your GDP MP. That is your GDP MP. Now, the second numerical. Particulars: PFCE 900, profit 100, GFCE 400, NIT 100, GDCF 250, change in stock minus 50, NFIA minus 40, depreciation 20, net export is 30. So how to solve this? Okay, you will write solution, then formula you know: PFCE, GFCE, GDCF plus net export. Okay, so what is PFCE here? PFCE is 900. What is GFCE is there? 400. GFCE is 400. What is GDCF? Straight away GDCF is given. GDCF is 250. Okay, and net export is 30. Simple. net export is given, that is 30. So 900 plus 400 plus 250, 30. That means 1300, 1550 and 1580. Once again, 900 plus 400, that is 1300, 1550 and 1580. This is your GDP-NP. When you follow this formula, what you are getting? You are getting GDP-NP. Now GDP-NP, you have to convert it into NNP-FC, that is national income. How you will convert? You know the formula: GDP-NP minus depreciation plus NFIA minus NIT. This is the formula. GDP-NP minus depreciation plus NFIA minus NIT. This is the formula for converting GDP-NP into national income. So GDP-NP is 1580 and depreciation minus 20 plus NFIA, that means minus 40, and NIT minus 100. So if you add this, 1580 minus 20 plus minus 40 and minus 100. Okay, 1560 and 1520 and minus 100, that means 1420 is your national income. 1420 is your national income. So this is how you have to calculate national income by expenditure method. Solving couple of numerical problems. Now let us go for reconciliation of all three methods. So we know there are three methods: value-added method, income method and expenditure method. So let us have a brief idea about all three formula in one go. Okay, so value-added method formula is value of output minus IC. Value of output includes sales plus change in stock, and sales includes domestic sales and export, and change in stock includes closing stock minus opening stock, and intermediate consumption, that is minus intermediate consumption, includes imports. So when you do this, you will get NDP-MP, and if you want to convert it into national income, rather it is not the NDP-MP, it's GDP-MP. You are getting GDP-MP, and in order to convert that into national income, GDP-MP minus depreciation plus NFIA minus NIT, you are getting NNP-FC, that is national income. When you go to second method, that is income method, here again COE, compensation of employees, OS, operating surplus, MI, mixed income. Here you will find COE, OS has got four components: rent, royalty, interest and profit. MI, mixed income, all individual self-employment. So here again profit is divided into three parts: dividend, undistributed profit and corporation tax. When you do this, you are not getting GDP-MP, rather you are getting NDP-FC. In value-added method, you are getting GDP-MP, whereas in income method, you are getting NDP-FC. When you want to convert NDP-FC into national income, simple, NDP-FC plus NFIA, then you are getting national income. Now coming to third method, that is expenditure method. The formula just we discussed: PFCE, GFCE, GDCF and net export. I repeat, PFCE plus GFCE plus GDCF plus net export. There are three adjustments in case of GDCF. Suppose GDFCF is given, then you have to add change in stock. Then suppose if NDCF is given, then you have to add a depreciation, and in case NDFCF is given, then change in stock plus depreciation. If you do this, then you are getting GDP-MP. Like value-added method, where you are also getting GDP-MP, here also you are getting GDP-MP, and then that you have to convert it into NPFC. Same formula: GDP-MP minus depreciation plus NFIA minus NIT, then you are getting NNPFC, that is national income. One thing I would like to tell you, that in case of value-added method and in case of expenditure method, if you follow the formula, you are getting GDP-MP, that needs to be converted into national income. On the other hand, income method, you are not going to get GDP-MP, you are going to get NDP-FC, that is also called domestic income, and in domestic income, if you add NFIA, then you are getting national income. So this is a brief reconciliation of all three methods. I hope this will help you in understanding the entire methods of calculating national income. Okay, queries and doubts and your feedback is always welcome. Hope you will understand these concepts very clearly, and you will be able to do the related numerical problems at home at each. Okay, thank you very much.